Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is a get ready with me for date night with my husband. So if you want to see what's up for this video, then keep on watching. So disclaimer, my bed is a mess, my room is a mess. So it go like I literally, all I did today was put some clothes in the machine. My husband pretty much he cooked today. He started cooking on Sundays to kind of give me a break, and that's something I truly appreciate. So I got to rest. So we are going to start up with our brows. I'm tired for repeat myself. Remember, them are no sister, them are no twin. They're gonna shape different, but before I get into that, I just want to give you a little run through of the brushes that I use, because people have been DMing me on Instagram and stuff and asking about my brushes. So these brushes are basically what I use for my face. So for the flat top, I'm telling them I'm full of brush. I hate using dirty brushes, so I intend to have a lot. So this is a flat top brush, and because I use liquid foundation, I actually always use a flat top brush to apply my foundation. And you can get any flat top brush. I have multiple. I have from elf, I have from different brands, some nano brands me just buy from Amazon. And this is like Real Perfection. That is this brand. I think I got this from Amazon. And I use a lot of Real Techniques brush as well. So this is a Real Techniques brush, and this is a sculpting brush. This is what I use to apply my, so this is the brush that I use to do my contour. And if you're using cream contour or powder contour, you can do it. I think cream contour is a bit harsh. I do use it, but not for the purpose of YouTube, because you know people are asked to learn a few things, and I just think that cream contour can be messy, so I intend to use powder to contour. And then this is my powder brush, and this is a Real Techniques brush. Yeah, as I said, it's a powder brush. Now for my eyebrows and everything else, so after doing my brows, I intend to use this brush to do my concealer. I don't like the angled brush. I don't know, I really hate it. And after doing my concealer with that brush, I intend to use like one of these, which is like a buffing brush. I think this one doesn't have a name, but it's a buffing brush. I use this to like clean up around my eyebrows. And then for my concealer to highlight, I use this brush, which is actually a setting brush to blend my under eyes, the bridge of my nose and stuff like that. And this is also a Real Technique brush. This is also a blending brush, but I actually use this for my highlight, and it can be used for your blush as well. To apply my Milk of Magnesia, your primer, anything, I normally use this flat brush. Some people actually use this for foundation, but I don't like it for foundation. And I normally use like a small brush like this to, you know, put like a highlight underneath my brows, so you know, give it a little glow, a little something. And for this brush, you see the shape, I actually use this one to contour like the bridge of my nose. So that's it for my brushes. Let's get into the makeup. So here I took out my Calamine lotion, and as I said in previous videos, I actually mixed this with the original Philips Milk of Magnesia. We use our spoolie brush to brush up the brows, and then I am applying this generously to both brows, and the remainder that was left in my hand, I scraped it back into the bottle because we are, you know, trying to conserve. So again, I'm brushing up my brows. I grabbed my mirror, and I'm using this dark brown eyeliner pencil that I got on Amazon. I actually got a pack of 5. If you're interested in these, then I can send the link. I hope you're following me on all socials, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. So I'm just filling in my brows, and for the front of my brow I normally leave that empty pretty much, because we're going to use the spoolie brush after to brush that in. So we're doing the same. We are pretty much just following the original shape of our brows. Remember, I stated that we left the front part of the brows without pencil. So now I'm using the spoolie brush end of the eyebrow pencil to brush in the brows to give it this faded look. I am using my L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. I don't even remember the name of the shade, but the shade somewhat matches my complexion, and I am using my concealer brush to kind of blend it out on my hand before I actually start cleaning up my brows. And we pretty much start from underneath the brows. You know, we are following the shape of our brows, but we are also trying to give it a little oomph and, you know, to give it a lovely shape. So I went ahead, I completed one, and I moved on to the next brow. And once I'm done with the concealer, as in shaping the brow, I kind of swipe it down on to my, not really my lids, but to my crease line. So we are just doing that now, and then I am going to go at the top of the brows to just clean that up, have it looking sharp and lovely. And to be honest guys, to me it is harder to conceal the top of my brows in comparison to the bottom, because you're trying to give it this little arch, and normally the bottom of your brows is already waxed in an arch, or it's shaved, or it's thread, whatever method you normally use. So I think the issue that I mainly have is getting the top part of my brow to actually shape in an arch, and I think that these are fairly close enough. So now I am using a blending brush to just blend out the concealer on both the top and bottom section of my brows. And then I am going to go ahead and use a setting powder, which is my Airspun setting powder, once I'm finished blending this out, to actually set the bottom section underneath. I'm going ahead and I am applying my lashes. So I normally apply the lash glue, which is Duo Lash Glue, and it dries down clear. I normally apply it to my lash line, and then I kind of draw the side of my eyes to apply my lashes. And to be honest, I always tell people that the hardest part of my getting ready process is applying my lashes. I don't even like to do this part on camera because it does take me a while. So I'm going to go ahead now and add my mixture, which is my Calabain lotion and my Philips Milk of Magnesia, and I'm using the flat brush that I showed you to apply this graciously all over my face. And I'm paying extra attention to the parts that are extremely oily, such as my T-zone, meaning my nose, my chin, my cheeks, and also my forehead. Yeah, my husband just came in and I don't even remember what we were talking about. Yeah, we were talking about his clothes, what he's gonna wear, because we're actually going to a movie. We normally have a date night once per month, and we take turns for each person to like plan the date night. So I was actually getting ready to go to the movies. We watched the new Bad Boys with Will Smith and my God, I can't remember. I can't believe I don't remember that guy's name. And he was out there. He was playing a lot of songs. And I was just dancing and vibing. And you see, I was just waiting for it to dry down. I actually had to use my lash casing because my fan died. I think my fan died from my attendant chilling on the farm. And I totally forgot to charge it. Now, actually editing this video, I think I should go ahead and plug in my fan like right now. So I went ahead and I am using my foundation, and as you know, I normally mix two foundation, my Juvia's Place and my Maybelline foundation, to get my perfect shade, because I do have a yellow undertone, so it's a bit hard at times for me to just use one foundation and get my perfect shade. It is never happening. So I'm just using this, putting dots all over my face with the foundation, ensuring I get everywhere. I also applied some underneath my chin because we don't want it looking like a mask. It's going to look that way for a bit though. So now I'm using my flat top brush and I am blending my foundation. And I don't normally rub my foundation, but there are times, such as when you're going around your brows, that you have to kind of swipe. But normally I apply my foundation, as you're seeing, in a tapping motion. For me, it gives it a smoother finish and you won't have patches and areas that the foundation is normally spreaded uneven. But for some areas, like around the eyebrows, around your nose, you kind of have to swipe to get into the places that you need to get into to have the foundation applied in an even way. So I'm just tapping, ensuring that I cover all my Philip Milk of Magnesia, the combination with calamine lotion. So I'm just ensuring that I get everywhere because it is really, really white. And here he comes again. He's just looking close to where, and you know, I think he has too much choices. So that is why he's always having an issue when we're going out. Me, I wear the first thing I see. The first thing I set my eyes on, that's what I decide on. And I was legit having conversations with him. He was outside the door. We were singing, we were vibing. And it's fun getting ready together because he intends to play music and he holds a vibe, you know. So now I am actually using my liquid blush, and some actually fell on my leg and I was like, not today. I was taking that up and adding it to my cheeks just the same, and a little to the bridge of my nose. You know, it kind of gives you that pop. And I am going to go ahead and use my my setting brush to actually blend out the blush, that is the liquid blush that is on my cheek. And this is the same brush that I am going to use to apply my concealer, the areas that I want to highlight and bring forward. So I am going in with my concealer. I actually use two of the same brand. They are in, it's Elf. This is Elf concealer. I actually use Tan Sand and a darker shade. So this is the lighter shade. So I'm putting it underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, and I'm going to use the darker shade between the areas that are left blank in comparison to where I put the lighter shade. It's always good to use a lighter shade close to the nose, like close to the inner corner of your eyes. Yes, it is gorgeous, guys. I can hardly wait for you to see the end product. So I'm going to go ahead and start blending this out with my setting brush. I normally start from my nose And then I am going to move up to my under eyes. So I am now going to use a sponge to set my under eyes, and I'm using my Airspun setting powder in the shade neutral. So it's kind of like a translucent powder. I hate like the banana powders. I hate how yellow it is. I already have a yellow skin tone, and with this kind of setting sponge, it just gives you the right amount of product. So you just put your fingers to the back of it, and I'm going ahead and I am setting all the areas that I use the concealer to highlight it. So that is my under eye, the bridge of my nose. I did not use concealer on my forehead, but I'm going to use the setting powder to set my forehead, because those are places that you would normally find wrinkle easily. And also I set my laugh line and my chin, even though I did not put concealer on these areas. So I'm just setting everywhere, tapping in the powder, ensuring that it gets where it should get and we do not have any creasing. So I am now going to use my powder brush to apply my powder all over my face, and I'm using my Fit Me. I believe it's in the shade Caramel, and I'm doing my overall face. I'm going to go over the areas that I set with the setting powder as well, to kind of to press it in, not have it looking white and ridiculous. Ensure you get underneath your chin as well, because you do not want at the end of the day your makeup to be looking like a mask. So now we are going to go into our contouring, and I'm using a Fit Me pressed powder in the shade Mocha. So I'm using my angled brush, I believe. Remember I don't remember if that's the name. Remember I introduced you to the brushes at the beginning. So I am contouring my jawline, and I showed you in a previous video how to find your jawline. You notice here I did not suck in my cheekbones because I've been doing this for a while. So after a while, once you get comfortable, you will know exactly which areas of your face to put your contour without sucking in your jawlines. So again, my husband came in, distracting me as usual, asking questions. So now I am contouring my forehead, and this is what is going to kind of tone down the makeup. It's not going to look so harsh. It's actually looking more warm now. It's not looking like a mask, because I'm contouring around my forehead, kind of where my hairline meets my face. So it's giving it that look. It's giving exactly what it should. So when you contour, that's what it does. The darker shade brings in the places that you want to, you know, create an illusion for, something like that. So I am going to go ahead now and set my face with the setting spray, and for this I'm using the Mario Badescu setting spray, and I'm showing you my nails. Maya did her thing. You can check her out on Instagram. It's Empire Nails. So now I'll be using this baked bronzer. I don't even remember who made it. I'll be using this with a small brush to apply it underneath my brows, on my brow bone. I don't know what's happening this morning, like I can't talk properly. You know, like my tongue is tying or something like that. Blood of Jesus against that. My tongue never tie when my liquid now got tie now. Anyways, so I'm applying this to my brow bone to let that pop. It, you know, it's makeup is basically illusion. It gives you that look. It pronounces your brows. So that is what I am doing right now with this. So I am now going to go in with a black eyeliner pencil, and I will be using this not only in my waterline but also on my lash line. To be honest, my go-to is normally white, but it's so hard to clean off. White is harder to clean off than black. So I'm going in on both eyes. You can see the difference. This somehow it pronounces the eye. And then I'm going into my little tear duct right there with some of the same bronzer I placed on my brow bones. I'm also going to use a bit of this on the bridge of my nose, but not too much, because I actually have another yes, this is it. This is like a mixture between a highlighter and a blush. So I normally just sweep them side to side, and I'm going to use this on my cheek. Guys, I do overdo the whole glow thing. I'm always saying, oh, I'm not going to go Amber, but I do. You don't have to use that much. For me, it's just a personal preference, and I'm going over this as well again on the bridge of my nose. Whatever is left, I normally use the excess product on my forehead and my chin to bring those parts forward. And as usual, these lashes are giving me a warm time. So here I am using a brow gel to just brush up my brows. I actually got a new one that I am dying to try, but it will definitely be in the next makeup video. This is a e.l.f. brow gel. It does not really hold my brow in place like I would want it to. So someone told me about another one the other day, which I purchased on Amazon, and I am definitely going to do a review of that soon. I honestly was not sure what I would be doing with my lip, so I decided to use a shimmer lip gloss that I got in a set maybe like 2-3 years ago from Nina, and I still have some left. So I had one in my makeup kit, so I was just actually applying that lip gloss, and after I'm going to use a pink lipstick over this. I commonly wear red, and here is the lip gloss. So guys, this is the finished look. I used a Milani pink lipstick and a LA color shimmer lip gloss. I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling this. I think I'm going to add some thick lip gloss over this. I am just so accustomed to using red lipstick that whenever I use another color, it just feels weird. So because we're done now, I'm going to use my W7, the matte fixer setting spray, to spray my overall face again. And then I'm going to let this dry down because this is now the end product. So hang tight, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm wearing. So we just finished the movies and we're heading home. Yeah, the night was good. We have no complaints.
But you
We're not. Hey, understand we can't. Understand we can't. Oh, we can't. Why you do that?